welcome to Movement Not Miracles. It's Tuesday, I'm a little late today. I got carried away with a piece of work and the time ran away with me. So better slightly late than never. And today's Movement Not Miracles, which is your bite-sized version of how to keep those joints moving, how to make sure that we don't stiffen up, look after our posture, and generally feel a little bit better, not so stiff and achy. And today it's going to be a bit of an all over, just wake up for the day. One of my favourite types of day today, so really frosty start, a bit chilly on the run this morning, and blue sky, really nice blue sky. So I don't mind it cold as long as it's not grey and damp. To start off with today, we're going to start with shoulders. So just rolling those shoulders up and back and down. So don't forget, your setup is really important. So if you are standing, stand with your weight evenly distributed. So left and right side, nice and balanced. If you're sitting, sit on the bones of your bottom, so sit up nice and tall, and again, weight evenly distributed, so we're not slumping to one side. Really squeezing those shoulder blades together on your back chest, and then, oh goodness, that was a bit of a clunk. And then gradually introduce your arms, so a bit of a bigger move, and then arms up by the ears, all the way back around. Nice big stretch through the front of our chest as you bring your shoulders, your arms back around, squeezing those shoulder blades together. So this is a really good, simple way of getting some movement through our upper back, working the muscles in your upper back, stretching across your chest, and encouraging a better posture through your upper spine and your shoulder girdle, because it's really, really easy for us to do this. So we slump down, everything's squashed down, shoulders are forward, back's rounded. So these muscles shorten and these muscles in our back get lazy. So just waking everything up, reminding everything that, you know what, it can move and you can stretch, and it does feel a little bit better. Just a bit of an added extra, shoulder dislocates, so you can use a broom handle or a strap, dressing gown cord. This is a yoga belt. Just for me, this helps me get a little bit more movement out of my shoulders. So the wider your arms are, the easier it is. There shouldn't be any pain in that shoulder joint. You should feel your muscles working, but there shouldn't be any pain in the joint itself. And I'm working to keep that particularly right elbow straight, because that's my lazy shoulder, so this tends to happen. So I'm working to keep the movement coming from my shoulders rather than my elbows. And again, there, at the furthest point of the move, I'm really squeezing those shoulder blades together, and I've got a nice stretch through the front of my chest. And that's just encouraging, for me, a little bit more movement. If you haven't got a belt, you can carry on with the shoulder rolls, but this is a nice way of just getting a bit more movement through those shoulders and working through the muscles a little bit more. Okay, then we're going to do some side bends, so just encouraging some movement through the spine. So again, seated or standing, I widen my stance a little for side bends, and we're just going to reach down to one side and back up, and then down to the other side and back up. And we're trying to keep, if I show you from the side, our body standing in a nice straight line. We're not letting our bum stick out like that, so our bottom is tucked under, looking after our lumbar region, and then staying, so we're not bending forwards as we come down to the side. So we're staying in a nice straight line, all the way through that move and just aiming for how far down that side can you go. And then we can introduce a nice big stretch up, so over with one arm, there you go. And keep breathing, that bit's also important. You might find you get more movement through your mid-spine and into your lumbar, and it's designed to move that way, so that's good. But to get some movement through our upper spine, we're just going to do a slight variation. So, same sort of thing, but this time I want you to grip through your core and through your glutes to keep this bit still. So we're not going to do the full side bend, we're going to try and keep this bit still, so we're just going to concentrate on that upper back. So, and I find it a bit easier if you just clasp your hands behind your head and try and put that elbow down towards the floor. So you're not going to get as much movement this time, but the movement should come from that upper back rather than from that mid back. A couple more on each side. It's really easy to hold your breath on this one, so make sure you keep breathing. Okay, and a bit of a tactical waggle. And then we're going to finish with one we usually start on, and I'm going to move the camera now. Hopefully that's not going to fall off there. That would be a bit of a disaster. So we're going to finish with downward dog, which is a good old basic yoga move, and that's just going to get some movement through our shoulders, through our armpits, and also upper back, and a bit of a stretch down through our legs. And you're not going to be able to see me there, are you? I'm going to move you again. Bear with me, hopefully you're not going to get too seasick. If I pop you there, you might be able to see a little bit better this time. Okay, so this is a good basic yoga move that stretches through everything. So hands underneath your shoulders, tuck your toes under, and as you lift your hips up, push back through your arms. And I'm just going to move forwards a little bit so you can see a bit more. Aiming for squeezing your shoulder blades on the back of your chest, so your shoulders should be away from your ears, lifting up through the hips and heels towards the floor. So I'm going to come down and we'll go back into that. So we don't want our shoulders up there when you're in that position, so you want your shoulders down. I have to work quite hard to get some strength to get my arms straight, which means I get more movement and work through my shoulders and my back rather than my elbows, a bit like the one with the dislocate. So we'll do this one again. So as you lift up, push back. So you're aiming for a nice straight back. Let your head relax. Lift up through those hips. Squeeze those shoulder blades together. And keep breathing. Okay. Right. So hopefully your upper back, your legs have had a bit of a stretch. Upper back feels a little bit more awake. Enjoy the rest of your Tuesday, and don't forget to check out the website www.eatmovebehappy.com. The first step starts again on Monday. So if you know of anybody who would like a little bit of extra help just working out how they can change some of their eating and exercise habits for the better. If you find yourself saying, I'll start tomorrow or I'll start next week, then First Step can help you. It's all about setting yourself up for success. So check out the website and get enrolled now. So www.eatmovebehappy.com. Martha's just come in to say hello. Perfect timing, Martha, because we've just finished. So enjoy the rest of your Tuesday and I'll see you tomorrow.